You want to give me like a 3, 2, 1?
Sure. 3, 2, 1, go.
Live from Los Angeles, California, and the Kendallcast studio in Columbus, Ohio, it's 0-2 with Corran and Batmouse. Tonight, we have fake quotes from real Star Wars players, an interview with Chris Kelly, and our special guest, Ryan Saracen. Now on to the show.
Welcome to the show. You know, I realized when I was counting down, you're not supposed to say 2 or 1. That's what they told me in Wayne's World. So this is the pilot episode of a little project we'll be hopefully doing every so often. I've always wanted to try this late night talk show format. So reached out to Jerry and Batmouse, and here we are. How you doing tonight, Batmouse?
I'm doing well. Had a great weekend. I won a regional. You won a regional.
Yes.
Maybe we need to change the name of the show.
Do you know how many people have said that this week?
Yeah, I've been pinged multiple times.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't just you. Don't worry, I'm sure that we'll both be 0-2 by the end of the show.
Probably.
All right. So Star Wars players are still reeling from the change in persona rules to make Emperor Palpatine and Darth Sidious one persona, and to allow dark side and light side versions of the character to be on the table at the same time.
When you order your Emperor Palpatine from Wish. Sidious.
Wait until they find out you can have Anakin and Vader on table at the same time. I don't mind the change. It will impact the 0 decks that I've ever seen that play both Emperor and Sidious, but at least I'll finally be able to use a historically villainous character like Lando in my dark side decks again.
Lando. When you really want to play with the pirate side of your smuggler build, can we do a Cloud City Lando with like a snidely whiplash kink wire mustache? Alright, princess. It's your credits or your life. I like it.
The second Jawa Cup is underway. Of course, this is an event where the most popular cards and best players are banned from playing. Good luck to everyone trying to prove that they're the 33rd best Star Wars CCG player on GEMP.
So, the just in from Echo Base Trooper, the winner of the Jawa Cup would be the 17th best player. Good counting. The Outrider Cup is an event in which a team of 8 players from the United States play 8 players from Europe.
6 players.
No, 8 players.
Six players on each team.
Oh, 6 player. Further proof, we have no idea what we're talking about, people. The teams are assembled based on Player of the Year point, calculated from performance in both online and in-person events. One prominent Gem player had this to say. What do you mean we had to go outside to win points for this? I'll leave him unnamed.
Disclaimer, neither Batmouse nor I understand how Outrider Cup teams were chosen, and we're okay with that.
Since we'll never be in consideration for something so ludicrous.
One last thing on the Outrider Cup. The Outrider Cup has gotten criticism for excluding players from countries like Canada and China. You may not know this, but players from Ohio are also excluded. Not because of the rules, but because we're all so bad at Star Wars cards. Let's take a look at what's going on in the Facebook group. Oh, dear Lord, that's horrible.
Why would anyone say something like that?
Shields did what to his mother?
You know where I'm from? You have to pay extra for that.
Well, at least they have a plan for getting the Decipher license back.
Do we have a release date for the set 17 yet?
We don't have a release date, but the set 17 spoiler was released after we wrote this segment, or at least a bunch of the cards have been spoiled since we wrote this segment. What do you think of the new set so far?
It's pretty great. It's great characters.
I also like the red cards.
Do you expect any new platforms to dominate?
Who can know until the cards really come out and we play with them? Wait a minute, Batmouse, aren't you on playtesting?
Yes.
So you actually do know what cards are coming out?
Yes.
Well, then why did you play along with the bit where we don't know what cards are coming out?
Well, I don't know. It looked like you were having fun. I didn't want to take that away from you. For our next segment, Fake quote from real Star Wars CCG players. I agree with every decision the PC has ever made. Joe Olsen, Captain Redbeard.
I don't actually know how attrition works. I just agree with the more experienced player when the questions come up at events. Greg Gurgal Zinn, rules advocate.
I love the Star Wars CCG Facebook group. Jared Napolitano, marketing advocate and noted lover of the Star Wars CCG Facebook group.
X-Wing lasers go pew pew. Actual quote from Dan Tartaglione, host of Hollow Theater, when asked why he liked Yavin 4 Ops.
I hate Maine. I'm just bowing to the pressure from the rest of the design team. Chris Kelly, design advocate and person who gets blamed for all of Star Wars CCG problems.
I prefer Pokemon cards. Tournament advocate Chris Schoenthal when asked why he tends to run events rather than play in them.
I love Grimtosh. Matt Wadden.
Rise of Skywalker is an excellent film. Basically everyone in the Star Wars CCG community. This is the one opinion that is not divisive at all in the Star Wars CCG community.
Not at all. Everyone agrees. Due to contractual obligation, we have reached our limit of one sequel trilogy joke per episode. Up next is Chris Kelly, after the message from our sponsor.
Today's episode is sponsored by fast food. When I'm covering a major tournament and want to make sure that nobody pays attention to any of the games, I make sure to discuss fast food. Which is better, Wendy's or McDonald's? Has anyone ever intentionally traveled to a Burger King? Why do people from the West Coast keep bringing up In-N-Out Burger? But fast food isn't only good for arguing with people on the internet. When I'm 0-2 in a major event and have literally no other options, I'll run over to get some fast food so that I can make it through another 6 rounds of crushing defeats, realizing that I should have either taken good decks or decks that I knew how to play instead of switching over to some gimmicky thing that doesn't even function because I don't know the rules. And then I'm playing against other players who are having a bad day, so even if I do win a game, my opponent is so angry that they lost that any bit of joy and solace I could have taken from at least winning one game is gone.
Dude, are you okay?
Fast food, for when you literally have no other options and just need to make it through another soul-crushing day.
Well, that was interesting. Alright, it gives me great pleasure to welcome to the show the one and only Chris Kelly.
Hey everybody, I'm Chris Kelly. I like Luke Skywalker. Hi Batmouse.
Hi, Chris. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Hey, Chris. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Hey Kendall, you're the better co-host than Batmouse anyway.
Wow. Obviously a false opinion. So let's get right into the questions. I got some questions written up for you. A couple people sent me questions, and I just want to have a good interview with you. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Well, we'll see if you can. What got you started on wanting people to hate you?
Well, what do you mean? I don't want people to hate me. I like people to like me. Just like Luke Skywalker likes lightsabers. You ever draw Destiny 6 for Destiny? It's the best thing in the world. Like, except for maybe drawing 7 for Destiny. That's why I designed this new character. He's gonna have the Death Star 2 logo for Luke and Episode 7 and Reflections 2. He's gonna be Power 8 and Destiny 11. It's gonna be great. But they said I couldn't make it. I'm not supposed to talk about it. Never mind.
Breaking Fight Club there, Chris. You're breaking Fight Club.
You're the one rule about Fight Club. Always talk about Fight Club.
Obviously. Do you take some perverse pleasure in people disliking you?
I mean, a hater's gonna hate you.
Okay. So I don't want everyone to hate you, but I need to know why do you hate anything that's not mains, and why is it directly connected to the Yankees failing to advance in recent years?
Baseball is very important, and the main people in baseball have high destinies. Derek Jeter has a high destiny. He's like Destiny 5.
He was only a 2.
Kendall's in over his head in this baseball talk. Something about 27 rings.
Okay. So the reason Mains have gotten so much support because of your attempt at emulating the Yankee disregard for the luxury tax, I want to know.
The luxury tax, isn't that like what happens when you die and you're rich and your kids get all your money? No, the luxury tax is that thing from Monopoly. Yeah, I don't like paying $75 when I pass Boardwalk.
Well, you got to do the math, man. You got to do the math.
Right. It's 10% or $75. I always pay the $75. I'm not going to do the math.
That's weak sauce. Okay. Moving on. Chris, you're a man who likes your foils. I like my foils.
Foils are
let's
good.
Talk about this. Foils are good, but let's talk about this. You need to stop sending me specification for Spotlight to blind our enemies when we're playing with our foils. It's not cool. It's not ethical. Not something we need to do.
Well, I've been working on those plans. But also the other good thing about foils is if you have like too much food from your like Thanksgiving dinner, you can wrap them up in your foils. Usually I only use the very rare foils for that, not the super rare foils. But if it's like really important, like like it's got some dairy in it, then I'll use the super rare foils. Only Reflections 1 super rare foils, though.
Reflection 1, got you. Well, you're throwing away all the landing claws. As someone who's also terrible at this game, what can we do to increase our chances of not being terrible?
You should
Kendall needs to know, too.
Yeah, I could definitely. Yeah, I would like to know how to not get 0-2 in an event sometimes.
Play lots of good cards. Play like 6 Luke Skywalker Jedi Knights, and like 7 of the Bionic Hands and Walkling. And I didn't want to errata Walkling, but everybody else wanted to. So I think we should make better. I'm gonna make a card that it's like Walkling, but you can play it and also play like My Father Before Me in Throne Room, and then you'll be a better player.
12 card Throne Room though, right? 12 card.
13 card.
13 card Throne Room.
Yeah, it's gonna let you start with like My Father Before Me in hand and have 12 cards.
Okay, so as everyone else can see, we desperately need to stop Chris Kelly, and I, for one, will sign the petition first.
Hey,
and I will also
don't do that.
Play Abyss. No, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna play Abyss against you too.
Okay.
Because I'm super tired of your Destiny 6s, Chris.
Well, that 13 card start deck, it's immune to Best.
Oh, it's immune to Abyss.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, for reasons, I see.
Yeah, see, that's actually the real best way to be better at Star Wars cards is become the design advocate, and then you can design the best cards, and then you'll be the best at Star Wars cards.
Sir, I think we're done with you. You have ruined Star Wars for everyone.
Hang on, I have a spoiler. It's for Anakin Skywalker.
No, I think we should let him. I think we should let him reveal the errata spoiler.
I mean, if he's gonna make up for it by giving us a spoiler, I think we can let him do that.
So, nobody remembers what Anakin Skywalker does because it's
Nobody remembers what Anakin Skywalker does because it's been errated like 17 times. But during any move phase, if I feel the conflict is on table, triangle Endor Leia or Dagobah Luke. Or during a battle at a site, yeah, it's a triangle. It's a picture of a triangle. Don't you say triangle? It's in the the forum thing that's like yeah, the triangle means triangle. Or during a battle at the site involving Death Star 2 Luke, choose add 1 destiny to attrition or cancel the game text of a character ability less than 4. So there you have it, guys. It was worth it for me to be on here because you got a spoiler. I gotta go find some more Luke Skywalkers. Bye.
Well, that was Chris Kelly, everybody, and I want to thank him for donating his time, even though he's terrible, and we all hate Chris Kelly for obvious reasons. Obviously.
I see that people are talking in the chat. I appreciate you guys talking in the chat. It's hard. I can't respond to the chat without Dan asked me if I was okay. This is something. Okay, so let's move on. Oh yeah.
Wait. I just got into it. So we avoided a scare this week that we'd lose Advocate to Second Love driving instruction. Luckily, though, it folded after Tapatalk pulled their sponsorship. So we're safe there. We're safe.
All right. I don't get that joke, but we've got a special guest, Mr. Ryan Serson.
Yes.
Did I make you disappear?
Did you disappear me?
Now you've got magic powers.
Why is this not doing what I want it to do? There we go.
Okay. Promise I'm really here.
Well, thanks for coming on, Ryan.
Thanks for having me, but I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to follow that. That was something.
It was something, all right.
I mean, it's Chris Kelly. I mean, that's a tough act to follow. He does seem to be a problem.
So Ryan, yeah, thanks for coming on. We asked you on because Jared Napolitano said you're the funniest person in all of Star Wars CCG. So please tell us a joke.
I don't have any.
You don't have any jokes.
Ambush.
I find that very flattering, but really, there's a lot of funny bastards in this community.
So you made the this week's hot meme though, right?
I did, yeah. Thanos Fred, is that what we're calling it?
Yeah.
Thanos Fred, yeah.
Which I did not think to like make appear on the screen, but
I think everyone's seen it. It's on the forums, it's on Slack. B-Fred made it his Facebook profile picture. It blew up a lot more than I thought it would for 20 minutes of work.
Yeah. How does it feel to have a potential meme of the year?
It's just an honor to be nominated. I actually forgot that was a thing until after I made it, but now my fingers are crossed, and I'm kind of hoping that I'll be in the running.
Well, it's definitely an iconic image. I will say that for sure.
Yeah, credit goes to Luke's. I think this Sean Luke's. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but just, when I woke up in the morning, the first thing I did was check Slack. Because I'm lazy like that. And I saw him ask if B-Fred had all 6 boxes yet. And for some reason, the first thing that clicked in my head was Infinity Stones. And I got out of bed, made a cup of coffee, and went right to Photoshop and started looking for a couple pictures, slapped it together.
Yeah.
Everyone enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, it looks good. Like, it looks good is the thing. Like, I make a lot of memes and they're generally ugly. You make a meme to tell the joke. Anyone watching the show that can see our logo in the corner can tell that I am not the greatest at graphic design. So I have a lot of respect for that. I don't really know your background that much, Ryan. How long have you been playing Star Wars?
So I played a little bit in the 90s. I use that word very loosely. I had a couple of people in middle school, like 3 or 4 of us, that would play games during lunch. Not very well, not accurately. Didn't know attrition or any rules, really.
So you just stacked all of your stormtroopers in front of each other? And
Yep. Yeah, as long as, if it looked good, if it was fun to play. It
felt good.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Then I collected for a while, and then I just kind of stopped when the license got lost, and I was out for a long time. And then when Rogue One came out, I guess late 2017, 16? 2016.
Or was it
December 2016?
December 2016, yeah.
Yeah, it just got me, seeing Rebels and Stormtroopers and Empire and Rebels battling again on screen just got me thinking about, the 2-player games and, Stormtroopers and Rebel Troopers. And I thought, I wonder what that game's doing nowadays. I came back really with the intent of just doing a collection again, and then GEMP was taking off about that same time. And I thought, well, this exists, I might as well play some games, and the rest is kind of history from there. So it's a great asset to have.
How did you get into writing primers? Because you've written several of the primers.
I've written a couple of them. I like writing, I guess. And I know a lot of my forum posts can tend to be long-winded, so primers kind of lend themselves to that, where it's not necessarily a bad thing. So yeah, I just like to write about what I know, and then, CRG is also heavily involved in that. We try to recruit other people who are experts on their specific decks, and keep that forum populated with as much content as we can, especially as new cards and new platforms come out.
Awesome. So when are you going to ask Kendall for a 12-card throne room primer?
Probably after this, really. I mean, you won regionals with it. It's got to be good, right?
I mean,
it's got to be.
Yeah, I did my best.
You won a regional with Thanos Fred there, so
yeah.
Thanos Fred. I mean, you delayed his inevitability. Is what you did.
He beat me though.
Saved us all.
He beat us all. Even though I won the regional when we played, he won. So that was a thing. It was a little bit of a. I felt like my victory was. There's a little bit of an asterisk, but also there's always asterisks, right?
If there's not an asterisk on the trophy, it counts.
I mean, that's very true. That's very true. I got to win my regional too.
Yep.
I had to beat Ryan Jellison back to back to do it, but it works.
Yeah, for a show called 0-2, this is really getting off to a good start, guys.
Oh, this season's gonna go terribly downhill from here.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know about Batmouse. I mean, look, I beat Batmouse at the team event. Which was the last event that I did okay at. So, it is what it is. But Batmouse is a better player than me. I occasionally get lucky. It was
sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
I think, yeah. Well, yeah, maybe. I don't want to, but this isn't about me. This is about you, Ryan. You're the guest.
We're just shooting the breeze.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I should have prepared more for this interview. Let's see. Let's ask some of the questions. So why do you want everyone to hate you? Because that's what Batmouse was asking Chris Kelly. Maybe it's good to ask other people in the community why.
Yeah, let's just recycle all these questions.
I'm probably hated because I played Mind What You Have Learned a lot. And to my Jawa Cup opponents, I'm kind of sorry, but not really. It's just a fun deck. I like playing it, and it's a format where it's not terrible, so I'm going to keep doing it.
So you've played you do play Mind What You've Learned a lot. Have you ever completed 6 Jedi tests?
I have completed 5. Actually,
anybody can do 5.
You have completed.
I don't know if you remember that game. I think you were on ISB, and I had a 5-test build, and I actually made it the whole way through. I've never tried to do 6 though.
Yeah, well, that was going to be my question. Have you even put 6 in your deck?
It's funny you mentioned that. There might be some tech coming with Test 6 in the deck.
Whoa! Spoiler.
Yeah, I'll let.
Mind What You Have Learned Club about to drop Test 6.
I don't want to break Fight Club's rules or Mind What You Have Learned Club rules, but we'll see what happens in the next.
Do you guys have a charter?
What do you mean?
Do you have rules in Mind What You Have Learned Club?
Yes, actually. One rule: that drawing an unmodified destiny is not a human right.
Okay.
Unalienable.
Actually, a quote from JNAP.
Okay.
So
So okay. Well, actually, yeah. Why don't you tell us? You are a big part of Mind What You Have Learned Club. How did that come about?
I think it was mainly a collaboration to begin with between Scott and CRG to an extent, and then I kind of came in just to try to find him a deck for the NPC a couple years ago because he really wanted to play it, and we wanted to try to come up with something that could actually win games. And a couple other guys have come on since then. Brock Hall, and a couple others that haven't been active.
Your hero.
Part of the club. Yeah. And yeah, so we helped Scott make a deck for that NPC, and he actually won a game on stream with it. I think it was against Mike Turner, I want to say.
Oh.
So yeah, we were pretty happy with that. And then from there, we just kind of keep, trying to iterate it and have fun with it. We know it's not the most competitive thing in the world, but it's our pet project.
It doesn't have to be competitive to be fun.
All right. Well, let's end the show. We've got one last piece for the show here. Our announcer Queso has a spoiler for us. Let's see if I can. There we go. Now he's visible.
What's up, guys? I'm back.
What's up?
So yeah, V17 spoiler. They finally let me make a virtual card. I don't know how that happened.
Fools, I say.
So I got to design a card. I think it's a pretty cool card. It's going to come out in VSET 17, and it's a character for Lightside, and his name is Klieg Lars. You might have heard of Klieg Lars. He was like Anakin Skywalker's stepdad or something. I'm not bald. Whoever's asking that in chat, I have hair. So it's Klieg Lars, and he's a Destiny 3 Lightside alien, and he's power 3, ability 2, deploy 2, forfeit 4, and he does some things like preventing Vader from firing lightsabers or weapons when he's with his mom, Shmi Skywalker. And then once per game, you can deploy Owen, or a device that deploys on a site from reserve deck. And you also get a Force Drain bonus if he's with Shmi Skywalker or a Vaporator. So, it's a cool card, I think. It'll definitely be a niche card for people who are playing with Shmi and maybe like a Tatooine CPV, or maybe some of those kind of decks like that, where you pull 3PO, you pull Shmi, and then do cool stuff with that. So, also being able to deploy Owen and Baru Lars, I think, is also kind of cool. Maybe you can use that with Lars farm and do something neat. So, yeah.
Or Evaporator. I haven't seen Evaporator on the table.
Yeah, Vaporators, maybe some hydroponics stations.
Isn't there
trying to bring back farming.
Queso's into hydroponics, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a Tatooine site that's already drain +1 if Evaporator's there, right?
That's the Junlin Waste light side, I think, right?
So you can make like a drain 3?
Yeah. So you could. And then isn't there like a Jabba's Palace alien guy, like Vapor Krell?
Arden Vapor Krell.
Yeah, and he does something with Force Drains and Vaporators and what have you. So you can kind of definitely, maybe like Agents in the Court can do something with that guy and play the farm and do some cool stuff. So, I don't know.
He also, he does cool stuff. But I have a question, though.
Yes.
Hover chair sold separately?
The hover chair is sold separately. I tried really hard in my talks with the player card designers if I could get him to be land speed 2, because he has that little like hover chair that he rides around. But alas, they decided that was not a good idea without maybe like you said, a vehicle. Maybe my next virtual card I can make Klieg Lars's
Racing Swoop?
Cool hover chair. Hey, Racing Swoop or hover chair or whatever.
Sounds to me like this needs a design pod. We need Klieg, give Klieg a swoop, and then
maybe I'll start farming club instead of like Ryan's got Mind What You Have Learned.
And the swoop,
hydroponics club.
So the swoop, when the swoop is lost, you can download the hover chair, and then
there you go. I like this.
And then something happens there. Yeah.
Almost like deploy it as a react.
Right.
As soon as the swoop is lost. Or if you lose a battle or something to a Tusken Raider. I don't know.
Lost if you're grappling hook on table?
There you go. Yeah, so that's my card. It's coming out next set. Maybe give it a shot if you guys want to, and all that.
All right.
So,
well, I think that will do it for the pilot episode of. And I just made everything. I just messed everything up.
sounds like something you would do.
That's why we're 0-2.
There we go. Okay, that will do it for the pilot episode of 0-2 with Corran and Batmouse. I want to thank Batmouse. Thank Queso, Jared Napolitano, and Dan Tartaglione for helping to write the scripted portion of the show. Thanks Ryan for coming on. Thanks everyone for watching the show. We will see you.
A big giant hand to Chris Kelly.
Chris Kelly.
Oh yeah, special thanks to Puppet Chris Kelly. He's a little tuckered out now. Maybe we'll do another one of these before the NPC. I don't know. We're not doing it every week because it's too much work. But this was fun. Thanks a lot, everyone, for watching.
Fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Very fun. Thanks, guys. If you haven't signed up for the GemPC, if you haven't signed up for the GemPC, sign up for the GemPC, please.
Or the
We're
NPC.
at 86 GemPC first. Me first.
Sounds fair.
My name is on this card, and then we can sign up for the NPC, sir.
All right.
All right.
We're at 86 players now. Let's go.
Let's go.
May the force be with you.